Hello everybody, welcome back to the Pantry of Dreams. This is the Retro Bear speaking to you once again and wishing you a warm welcome, and hope you're all well. Nice to see you back here once again. And as I said, my last video, I was going to try and do one of these weekly, just to bring you up to date what I've been doing, just to prove I'm still alive and doing stuff. And you know, it might be me talking at you for about 10-15 minutes, but you know, it is what it is. It's just putting a video out and keeping everybody informed of where things are, what's coming up. So there's a couple of things in the pipeline, which is good. That'll be last night's pizza probably, and other things as well. So yeah, so welcome back. Let's address the game in the room first of all. And this is Parasol Stars on the A500 Mini, which is still plugged in at the moment. Yes, Parasol Stars, there we go. From the Rainbow Islands universe. This is the story of Rainbow Islands 2. I don't think you need to play Rainbow Islands 1. It's not one of these like sequels. You know, you get an obscure sequel. So I've played the first one, watch the first one. I don't know. You may or may not view it like that differently. I don't know. But yes, game I've never actually ever played. It was on the PC Engine Mini, which is one of the reasons why I got that. And then obviously when I got my A500 Mini, it was already on there with the preloaded USB. So yeah, it looks rather exciting, doesn't it? So a very colourful game. I think it came out towards the end of the life of the Amiga, really, and it just didn't seem to. I don't get the same reception that Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands did. I don't know, but I hope you can see that reasonably well anyway. I'm trying to work out, because obviously a little bit of flicker on it's been a plasma, slightly different to the LCD. Right, so talking of television, just bring you up to date with the TMB telly, which disappeared a few weeks ago. Yes, we have spare parts for it, so I think there may be an attempt for another Retro Repair Bear Apprentice workshop video, which I've done one of already. Where I attempted to solder some stuff, so I might have a go at that. I don't know. It has been mooted. Whether it's a moot point or not, I don't know. But the mooting was fairly strong. As it's my telly, perhaps I should fix it. Yeah, that's a fair assessment, isn't it? Really? Yeah. You broke it, you fix it. Well, I didn't break it. It's just age. But yeah, we've got a couple of parts for it. So yeah, might have a go at that. That'll be something different, won't it? It might make a difference for me sitting here talking about absolutely nothing. So yes, that may be one of the things that coming up. The other thing I've been doing at the moment is cataloguing. Still cataloguing. I've now finished the Commodore 64, which I said I was going to finish this week, which is great. I'm always slightly disappointed when you well, is it disappointment or is it, I don't know, disillusionment? I don't know. When I finished cataloguing all the games, and I have officially done those, the ones I haven't counted are the ones that I haven't got cases for. I've just got the tapes, because that's going to be a bit more involved, and I'm not going to be so worried about that, because anything really without a box or not an official copy, or you know, i.e. a backup, I don't count as official. Literally, I'm counting anything that has got a proper box release. You can see around me. I like things like that. I don't mind having backups. I'm not against the purpose of having backups. I mean, I've got that many Amiga backups. It's ridiculous, but I don't count those as actual physical games. I'm counting the physical games that I may have actually purchased or were retailed. You know, I've purchased one way or another, or whether it's brand new or whether it's second hand, mostly second hand, but still. So yeah, but I was slightly disappointed by the amount I actually had. It was less than I thought it was going to be. Even Mrs. Bear said so. She goes, "Oh, that's less." Isn't it? I was like, "Yeah, it seems not quite as many as I thought it would be, but enough anyway. That's for sure." So I'm now working my way through Spectrum, and I'm going to try and get Amstrad. I'm going to try and get those done this week. Then that will just literally leave me the what Game Boy games I can find, because I said before I've definitely left that Game Boy console and its games in the camper. Oh God, we haven't been in there for about 4 years, so I don't know whereabouts they're going to be. They've got to be there. It's the only place I can think they're going to be. They can't be anywhere else. I've turned the place over looking for them, and not in all the obvious places. So I used to take that with me on holidays or breaks or going away for the weekend or going to Claire's mum's or whatever. I always take it with me. I've got something to play with, but I don't know where it's gone to. So that'll leave the Game Boy, the Game Gear stuff, and then just the original Xbox to go through, and just recheck the PlayStation 3, and then I should have everything catalogued. In terms of the number, I'm probably somewhere not far off where I thought I'd have a roundabout. I don't want to tell you any figures yet, because I don't want to surprise, because I want to do a video on this at some point, so I'm trying not to tease you at the same time. But yeah, I think I would be quite close to that figure. Again, I'm not sure if that's I'm going to be you know, astounded or aghast or disappointed. I don't know. It's weird when you think about it. So yeah, so that's basically been the crux of this week, really. Not really played an awful lot. I've got a couple of videos that I'm trying to sort out in terms of gameplay, particularly the one that was requested by my good friend Spiros over at Retro Games Couple. Asked for some sports games on the Omega 500, on the A500. So yeah, I mean, it might just be a mixture of sport, football and golf. Spiros, but well, it's something, I suppose. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that, actually, because you know, you don't get requests for sport games very often, so I've got that to do. And I was trying to find games that had like an attract mode like this one does, because not a lot of these games did have that years and years ago. And I tried a couple. I thought, oh, I might give that one a go. So yeah, might be a couple from that point there. So we'll have to see how that turns out anyway. What else will be done? The PlayStation Plus renewal came through. Well, got notified of that one. So we had to sort of alter that slightly and just pay it monthly rather than one big lump sum at the moment. So we know there's a strange time where we have a couple of things which, you know, like car insurance and whatever sort of come through, and RAC membership and whatever. There's a lot of money going out at the moment. So we're not really using the benefits of having PlayStation Plus. Having said that, this morning Mrs. Bear downloaded the remastered version of Ghostbusters and also Ridge Racer Type 4 and a PlayStation 1, which I've actually got a physical copy of, but playing that this morning. But obviously if you drop down from the top tier on PlayStation Plus Premium, you lose the ability to stream. I would like to possibly still do, I don't know, I've done a couple of streams using the PlayStation 4. But also that means, you know, things like Fall Guys, you know, I wouldn't be able to stream Fall Guys if I did that. If I dropped down a couple of tiers, I still would have streamed Fall Guys. So, yeah, so I had to do an alteration on that one. But I don't think I've done much gaming stuff really this week. It's been fairly quiet on that front. Mrs. Bear, Retro Repair Bear, is flat out, as always. Doing working on the FM Towns this week. You may have seen her on Instagram. If you haven't, go across, because she posts everything on Instagram, Facebook as well. So yes, there's quite a few repairs, still repairs coming in, and inquiries coming in. There's lots of inquiries coming through on a Sunday. So you just you know, just come up the stairs, and she said, "Why does everybody get in touch on a Sunday?" I don't know. That's because they presume you're not doing anything. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So yeah, she's got plenty of work going on at the moment, which is good. At some point she's going to have to stop for Christmas, but we'll have to work that out when we get there. That's rapidly approaching as well. It's tomorrow the 6th of November. We've got 7 weeks to Christmas Day tomorrow. God dear me. I say tomorrow, this video may have gone out on Monday, it may go out on Tuesday, I don't know. That's scary, isn't it? Scary. Shocking when you think about it, really. Yes, busy at work with stuff like that. What else have we got going on? Oh yeah, there's a couple of interesting the Doctor Who 60th anniversary this month, when the iPlayer is now, well, not the entire classic run, the original series 1963 to 1996. The reason I mention this, I did a video a couple of years back now on my Doctor Who VHS collection, which I'd long thought had disappeared, but actually I'd still got, and has been added to thanks to Gordon over at Give84, one of the most generous people on YouTube, sending me some videos that he didn't want anymore last year. I think it was Gordon, possibly. They're still here. They're still down there somewhere, I think, behind me. But yes, so they upload all the classic stuff on there. So there are some glaring omissions. I mean, obviously, some episodes have just been completely wiped, because without wanting to go into too much detail and bore you all with this, because I'm probably speaking to about 3 people at the moment. Everybody else is fast forwarding to try and find something else to watch, or just turned off. Years and years ago, the BBC and ITV used to wipe all their videotapes, because videotape was very expensive, and they thought, well, nobody's going to want to watch this, are they? You know, in 5 years' time, no one's going to want to watch this. They wiped it all. Not before sending copies out to various corners of the world who were establishing their television and wanted to, you know, television service wanted to buy in programmes were brought to show. So it's why you tend to find that some episodes of Doctor Who or other classic programmes that have been wiped and lost end up being found in Nigeria, or Australia, or Korea, or wherever. So there's glaring omissions, a number of episodes still missing. The very, very first Doctor Who serial, first 4 episodes, are missing because there's a copyright dispute. And some of them have been uploaded where they haven't got the actual episodes. They've got audio recordings, simply because people years and years ago would sit there with a tape recorder and a microphone, and they'd stick a microphone right by the telly so they could tape the audio. I know, because I used to do it myself years and years ago. Don't get the microphone too close, you get horrible feedback, blow your TV speakers. But people sit at the microphone and record onto tape. And it's almost like let's talk about the Beatles thing in a second. It's like that. So they were able to take the audio, remaster the audio, and then by the benefit of using something called Telesnaps, which is an organisation back in the 60s used to go around taking photographs of production and filming, they were able to piece things together. In some cases, some episodes are completely lost. There's no audio. There's maybe 1 or 2 Telesnap photographs available, and that's it. So they've reconstructed animation based on scripts and whatever to try and recreate it. And so those are really quite good to watch. So yeah, I've not been watching it 24 hours a day. I mean, I came home on the Wednesday when they all got loaded, and immediately put the 5 Doctors on, because that was my 20th anniversary episode from 1983, and then I watched another one afterwards, which was one of the animated episodes. So that was Wednesday night sorted out. Poor Mrs. Bear was relegated to the laptop. And then I started watching a couple on Saturday morning as well. So I'm just trying to pick off one. I'm not going to sit there and watch everything all the way through, God no. You know, I'm just going to pick off ones maybe I haven't seen before, or ones I've heard about, ones I remember, and just pick those off. They're on there for a certain period of time anyway. And that's the other thing as well. The Beatles released a new record this week as well. Wow, how about that? Same process really. They got an old demo tape of John Lennon, which they tried to do back in 1995, I think it was, when they released 2 new Beatles songs. Free as a Bird and Real Love. So this one, Now and Then, which came out, was worldwidely premiered earlier on this week, which is same sort of thing. They've managed to, through the benefits of the powers of technology, something that Peter Jackson, who directed the Lord of the Rings films most famously, had developed, had worked on this process on a Beatles documentary last year or the year before. And they were able to. The reason they couldn't use this Now and Then track was because they couldn't separate the vocals from the piano that John Lennon recorded years and years ago. And because Peter Jackson had made this, they've made advanced technology now. They can do that and separate it and redone it. They've taken some of George Harrison's rhythm guitar from when they tried to do it back in '95, because George Harrison's died about 20 years ago, and the remaining 2 Beatles have put, Ringo's done his drum bits and McCartney's done his other bits. I'm no Beatles fan, I'll stand by and say, the Beatles rock band, trying to turn it back to gaming is a fantastic game, and everybody who likes those sort of games should play it. It's absolutely brilliant. You don't have to be a fan of the music. I'm not really a big fan of the Beatles at all. But, playing that game, the artwork on that game, the design of it is absolutely superb. And it's a nice track, it's a nice piece of music, and technically speaking, it's going to be the last Beatles record ever. So, been a bit of history, but yeah, that was nice to listen to. It's not a nice surprise. It wasn't disappointing, it sounded Beatley with that, not too Beatley, sort of like Sgt. Pepper Beatles era. Yeah. So that's all. That started. It's been quite a busy week really this week. But you see, I get involved in these things, and there's no time for gaming. So like, what did we do yesterday? Not a lot. Didn't do an awful lot yesterday. My weekends disappear too, and then on a Sunday, I'm sat here doing recording again. But hey ho, there you go. So that's it. I just wanted to do a quick video just to update where we are. So what I've got planned for this week, we're going to hopefully do some more gameplay and get some recording, because I didn't go anywhere, not picked anything up. I've got no real plans to pick much up, if anything, now before Christmas really, so I should probably just be doing that, carry on with my collating. I might do a couple of collection videos. These are sort of things I'm thinking about to do towards end of year. We did a Fall Guys Halloween special on Tuesday. That was it. The other thing we did Tuesday, a big game Al streamed the Fall Guys special, which was quite funny. A couple of hours on the Tuesday night. It was quite fun, quite enjoyable to do. We hadn't done that for a long time, probably since the end of the summer. So that was good to do. We had a bit of fun, and we may do one around Christmas as well. So if you do notice those pop up, do pop along and join in and have a fun. But yeah, we had Gavin, Snoopy Man, put the Short Retro Games Revive, Paul Link Northerner, and myself and Al on the headsets, and having a bit of a laugh. And yeah, if you do want to go across and that, have a look at it's on Al's channel. Not that he needs the viewers, but that's it. But yeah, so it's one of the, it's a waffle video, but I know some people like to sit there and listen to it. A weekly roundup what's been going on in the pantry. Not a lot, as you may have gathered anyway. Yeah, so there's other stuff on my channel if you just come across, but you know, there's actually gaming stuff on here and all the things to go on. Go and have a look. Podcast, there's gameplay, there's collections, there's all sorts of bits and pieces as well, and you know, that go and check them out. Go and check them out, by all means. This might be a straight. Also, you may notice a slight difference with the editing or the way it's done. That's because we've done an update on the computer. That was the other big thing of last week. The last video I put out, and it's basically now knocked out the editing software that I use, which is OpenShot. We'd have to now upgrade the PC to get it working properly. Everything that was working fine before now, last videos wouldn't go. I had to use a different set of editing software, so we haven't got all the graphics at the front and the music and whatever. Don't worry, it's just because I haven't worked out how to use it properly yet. It was a miracle I got a video out last week, to be honest with you. So the shorter I keep them, the better, perhaps. I don't know. There's a lesson to be learned for everybody. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for listening. I'll talk to you again very soon. But until then, take care. Have a good week. See you soon. Bye bye.